All right, here we go. 2v2 on Arabia. Zuppi and Lojza v MBL and Lierey. These are going to be really good games. This is a set of 3. Hopefully you're watching them in order if you're watching this as a video, because we're going to give away what happens as we go. Okay, so game number 1 will be Persians and Celts on each side, mirror civs. You can see MBL in yellow will be Persians. He will be across from Lierey. Oh no, they're on a team. Never mind. He'll be across from Zuppi, who is also Persian. So Persians v Persians on one side, Celts v Celts on the other side. We'll see how the teamwork goes in this game, if they'll play it as a double 1v1, as I sometimes call it, or if they'll actually play it as a team game. Okay, so all of these players coming in at similar rankings. This is a pretty balanced game. You can see Lierey and Lojza have really good team game scores. Zuppi and MBL have a little bit lower of team game scores, but these are all top-level, super elite players. Okay, so Zuppi here in blue will be Persians. He will have his gold out on the front, main stone out on the front as well. We'll have a nice little back gold pile, but other than that, it's a pretty nasty, ugly map for him. You can actually see that there isn't really a wood line within range of his TC. So he's in a really, really bad map position. Zuppi is going to be in a lot of trouble. Zuppi's really going to need Lojza to probably play a really nice early game or something, or he's going to have to go super aggressive. One nice thing, he can push these deer really easily. He has put a house up on his berries, which isn't ideal, but tough map, in my opinion, for Zuppi. Zuppi will be against MBL. Is that right? Yes. MBL here playing in the gold. Will have Persians as well. He'll have at least one good wood line on the back. His gold will be on the front, but this is wallable if he wants. If he so chooses. The top side is probably not wallable for the time being. Stone out there on the side, berries on the back, double bores with a deer patch. All in all, it's a pretty mediocre map. You can see all of MBL's gold is on the front. That could be a saving grace for Zuppi. If Zuppi could put some pressure on and even maybe tower this, that could be incredibly useful for him. But why speculate? We're going to get there. Lierey on the other side sending 4 villagers over to wood, so we are going to see potential early action from Lierey. Lierey's playing as Celts. He and MBL will hopefully be working together nicely in this game. You can see Lierey's main gold is on the front. Main stone is on the front as well. Could have a stolen boar if Lojza gets over here in time. Both of these boars are kind of out on the front. We'll see how it goes. Berries on the back, stone on the back. It's not a home run map for Lierey either. So far, no one with a great map, but Zuppi with really the worst map. And here comes the scout coming over from Lojza pretty early. Interesting. What is Lierey up to? He's going to drop a house there and start building a makeshift wall, but he could lose his boar. Let's wait and see. Lojza can almost certainly see that boar. No, he can't. Okay, was totally wrong there. He is going to go after a villager that is not yet loomed and push that villager back. He will slow this build, but it looks like for now he will miss that boar. 4 villagers on wood for Lojza on the other side, also as Celts, building up his mill. Secondary stone on the side, main stone is kind of on the edge here. His teammate Zuppi will be probably protecting that side relatively well. Secondary gold on the back, tertiary gold on the front. Can probably wall in this front area somehow and try to protect it. We'll see how he does it. He is the pro, not me. But Lojza here with a, kind of a mediocre map. So Lojza with a mediocre map, Zuppi with a terrible map, and MBL and Lierey both kind of in the middle as well. So it's all going to really come down, at least in my guesstimation, to what Zuppi can do on his side. All right. Oh, wow, Europe saying this is Nabs v Nabs traders. Oh, boy. Anyway, people luring in boars, they are continuing to work their way through the Dark Age here. We can see 3 villagers on wood for Zuppi, so probably no aggression from him. MBL can probably will have the wood to go forward if he wants, but we'll see what he does. We will see what he ends up doing. TC Arrowfire coming in from Lojza, who is maybe trying to block that villager from taking the boar, trying to get a little extra damage, on that Vil. But in the end, he will not get the job done, and his scout will be hurt because of it. That will certainly slow down the drush of Lojza if he decides to go with it. I don't know. He is looking like he's going to go with it, grabbing the 10 gold now as we speak. But, not sure. Not sure. He's going to have a low HP scout to support that. Anyway, boars being lured in, everything is going well here in the Dark Age, and we will continue to go well with it. Everybody's scouting around. Nothing too crazy going on. Let's look at Fog of War. Lojza's gone forward and found his immediate opponent. Lierey knows nothing about his opponent at the moment. Zuppi has found MBL, and MBL has found Zuppi. So at least for now, it does look like the purple player here, just found the last 2 sheep. That's why it's a little bit of a slow bit of scouting. So yeah, I expect to see Lierey get a good drush in on Lojza. Lojza's potential counter drush will be a little bit weakened. You can see a villager out there grabbing 10 gold as we speak. That means we're going to see the 3 militia drush, or at least we probably will. Zuppi is going to go loom right now and maybe click up right after. I don't know what the plan is. Zuppi did not tell me the plan just yet. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a nice Tuesday night out there, or if you're watching this as a video, whatever night it is. I hope you're enjoying it. MBL grabbing loom as well. Zuppi clicking up to the feudal age. MBL, what are you up to, my friend? Yep, just about to click up as well. You can see that he's gathered the food, and he will not go with the drush. So Zuppi is going to go feudal, is not sending villagers forward en masse, so will probably not be building any towers anytime soon. It could still happen, but it doesn't look like he's going to rush forward. Yeah, this map isn't all that bad. It's just this wood line kind of worries me a bit. If he can get to Castle Age, man. Anyway, why speculate? It's a little too early for that. Gonna push some deer. MBL on the other side has transitioned his economy. It's still just food and wood. So the economy at the moment for MBL looks like a scout-ish economy. But we'll see. Zuppi on the other side is going to be quite similar, but we will see what they decide to go with. You can see that there is a bit of Xing going on. We do see a drush heading in from Lierey. Lierey's drush and Lojza's drush will pass each other like ships in the night. And it looks like, how drushable is this map? Well, Lojza's map is pretty drushable. These two vills need to quick wall, and if they don't, he could lose a vill on that front side. He could. This is going to be a really nice drush. He'll certainly at least push those villagers away. Wasn't able to trap one, but at least pushing them away. Oh no, this villager's going rogue. What is her deal? Oh man, that one rogue vill, she's going to die for her sins of going after a militia. So it's still 3v4 on the side. Those vills are going to still run, and this is a fantastic drush from Lierey. Lierey's drush is incredibly effective. On the other side, we can see that actually Lojza is going to go tit for tat. He's going to grab a vill of his own on that side. So a great drush on one side and a decent drush here too. Villager down, that's always a sign of a good drush. You can see that Lierey was able to wall up a little bit of that side, quick walled a little bit of it. He is still on the front attacking that mill. So, for the moment, a couple of really good drushes going after each other and players clicking up a bit late. On the other side, I expect to see some scout production. Is that what's going to happen? Stable coming down from MBL. And what will his opponent Zuppi have? Zuppi will have a stable as well. So both players going stable right away and probably going to be grabbing some scout action. So scouts v scouts on one side, drush v drush on the other, and so far we have a double 1v1. That is the name of the game, at least to this point. Game number 1 of this set played just a few days ago. We can see the scouts from Zuppi are just starting to roll out. The villagers on the front for Lojza here are getting aggressive. This Phil's going to take some damage. He's probably not going to die, but what is his deal? What's your deal, bro? On the other side, you can see actually Lierey losing another vill by the looks of it. Is that what happened there? Villager count right now, Lierey is the lowest on the game, so it looks like he may have lost another vill. Lojza is interested in taking his berries, so he's going to send out 4 vills. One of them on very low HP, and he's going to lose it. Man, the villager death right now to the drush. These are the 2 best drushes I've seen in like a couple of weeks. A couple of fantastic drushes on that side. In the end, did Lierey lose another vill? Yes, I believe he did. Lierey getting torn up by militia from Lojza. Lojza getting torn up by Lierey's militia. Lojza has dealt with the drush. It is over. But Lierey's, Lierey still has some work to do. Scouts coming forward for MBL along with some spears. That good old-fashioned scout and spear push is going to be pretty useful for him. You can see palisades coming up for Zuppi to try to push this toward the TC. That might be up in time. Looks like it will be. As long as there isn't a hole somewhere in this wall, I think he'll be able to at least push MBL toward the TC, but the arrow fire might not be epic. It might not be enough to really fully deter MBL in the long run. No upgrades on either sets of scouts, and the spear v spear fighting on the front could go down hardcore, but at least for the moment we have a bit of a stalemate. So, what is the deal? The rogue villager is on a quest to destroy Lojza's 2v2 2.2k rating. Yeah, that one rogue vill went back to fight on her own versus 3 militia on Lojza's side. Anyway, scouts v spears here does look like a bit of a stalemate-y sort of matchup. We do have 2 villagers on gold and maybe 2 more. They will quickly, hopefully for Zuppi's sake, they will quickly wall themselves in. You can see he's going to connect these 2 walls. Is that his plan? That's interesting. Don't see that all the time, but I like it. He will connect his walls and he will defend his zone. MBL camping out on the hill for now, and that is the name of the game. So both Celts players will probably go fast castle. We can see Lierey clicking up right now. Lojza should be awfully close behind. Yeah, you can see he is. Watchtower going up on the front there. Interesting for Zuppi. He's going to be fighting downhill against any aggression from MBL, but that is a good enough location. MBL still bringing in spears, still starting to do some annoyance. Villagers on that side will probably be able to quick wall this in. Now they're going to focus on building the tower. But for now, that fight is pretty much, it's a bit of a stalemate. Once this tower goes up, it should be an okay area for Zuppi. Yeah, even taking those vills into the fight against the spears here should be just fine, as long as he has a couple spears of his own alive. So, Watchtower is up, Castle Age is on the way for Lojza and Lierey. MBL grabbing wheelbarrow. Let's see, what's MBL's resource count look like right now? Zuppi is about halfway to Castle from both resource sets, and so is MBL. So the two players who went scouts will now be working their way through the feudal age. One militia left on the drush is going to get cleaned up from Lojza. Had a fantastic drush. MBL is going to build a big long wall of palisades on this side and try to keep himself safe. He has circled the wagons around to the back area of Zuppi here. Zuppi with maybe the better scouts, but quite a few spears from MBL. A 4 spearman push on the front. Bit of a the feudal equivalent of a drush. These guys are so wimpy, but they those spears will do a pretty good job to deter the scouts from Zuppi. MBL scouts getting a little bit away from him here, but no damage done, so he'll be all right. And we continue to work our way through. If we look on the other side, we can see that Lierey is starting to build up some archers, has double ranges, is starting to take gold pretty aggressively on his side. Wood could be a bit of an issue for him in the long run. He does not have that much safe wood, has put an outpost on the far corner. Lojza here is maybe in a nicer spot, has sort of walled himself in, will also have double archer ranges. Where is his gold economy? Right here in the middle, relatively safe. So MBL and Zuppi still flirting here, both clicking to Castle Age at very similar times. The red player Lojza coming across the map will be able to grab crossbow quite soon. Lierey will be able to grab it as well. So we're going to see crossbows v crossbows on one side. Yeah, that wall says Europe. This is a big, long stretch of wall, but MBL had to do what he has to do, you know? I mean, you have to close yourself in at least a little bit in a team game. That's usually the name of the game. If you do not close, even if you win your side, the other side will come and raid you. Okay, look at this. Just in time, Lojza is in with what will soon be crossbows, and he can deny this TC for a moment. Man, Lierey's got a choice to make. Either power build that thing or run away. He's going to run away. Both of his TCs on the front are going to be denied, and that is really, really bad for his team. Losing 3 vills is annoying, but if he had gotten those TCs up, 4 vills down on the front. Will he get a 5th? Oh my god, Lojza playing masterfully with these crossbows. Getting a little bit, I don't want to say lucky, but very fortunate to be there in the right place at the right time. When you play aggressive on offense, sometimes you get paid off, and in that case, Lojza got it massively paid off. Grabbed 2 crossbows, denied 2 TCs, killed 5 or 6 villagers and 7 villagers on the front, and Lierey here is absolutely effed. Poor Lierey. Lierey is down by 8 vills already, and he has this army still to deal with, cannot boom up on those TCs. Oh boy, very, 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 very good feudal crossbow, Castle Age crossbow rush. Sorry guys. Lierey on the other side will have no upgrades on his crossbows just yet. He is working his way in to try to do some annoyance on Lojza. He really needs to get in a lot of damage in order to sort of equalize the damage that was done. Lojza's in the back here, still grabbing more villagers. Oh my god, Lierey is absolutely in shambles. This is a terrible, terrible start for him. Oh man, he's still getting chewed up and spit out, and that map of Zuppies that I was so worried about may not matter. MBL's on that side trying to do some annoyance. Zuppi has reinforced with knights, but it does seem like he has got enough here to get this TC up and right the ship. That's really going to slow MBL's rating down. The 2 TCs on the front side are slowly coming up, but the crossbows are still doing damage over there. Are they going to grab another vill? Not for now. Pushing off Lierey off of his wood line, pushing Lierey off of... Oh man, I guess just off of that wood line, but man, so many villager deaths. Scouts still roaming around for Zuppi. The only chance MBL and Lierey have here is if MBL can get some really good damage in. Lierey just took so many losses there. You can see he's down by 15 villagers below Lojza. And that is just not going. Oh, he's losing more as we speak. Just continued beautiful raiding from Lojza. Lojza might be the best player with a couple of crossbows that I know of. There's a Lojza v Doubt game that I did on YouTube. I labeled it Game of the Month. Lojza is just so phenomenal with a couple of crossbows. He's just so masterful. Anyway, I'll stop kissing Lojza's butt. But anyway, really fantastic play on that side. Those 6 archers are all but one of them are still alive, and they're still camping out in the middle here. In the perfect position, they're going to take away this gold so that Lierey can't do anything on that gold. They're going to continue to harass farmers, and that's all that they need to do. On the other side, knights are starting to get in on the front. MBL has been denied his TC and has lost several villagers in the process. He tried to quick wall off this side with houses, but he just did not get the last house up. Those knights are in. They are bloodlined with +1 defense, and they are going to be doing just fine raiding for Zuppi. So Zuppi is not only holding his side versus MBL, he seems to be in good shape. You can see that MBL has had to go over to his teammate Lierey and try to clean up these crossbows. It's a desperation move, but it has to be done. Teamwork makes the dream work, and this is really their last chance. Couple camels coming out for MBL. He is going to power build this TC on the front. Right now, he and Zuppi are equal on villager count. Military count massively in the favor of Lojza and Zuppi. You can see Lierey's entire army has just been basically picked off as soon as they've been produced. Absolute craziness. Look at this. Zuppi is going to pull a little bit of a dipsy-do move, and he's going to sneak 2 knights in around the army of MBL, and he's going to deny that TC even further. Not only will he deny that TC, he's going to grab a Vill from MBL, and maybe 2. And it looks like just 1. Lierey's going to give the GG, and he absolutely should. This game is absolutely over. Really fantastic play from Lojza on that side. Lojza could have gone the way of the dodo. The drush there from Lierey was really strong, but in the end, his drush was actually probably better than Lierey's. And his early crossbow action, they hit just the right spot, denying 2 TCs. Really won this game. So game 1 will go to Zuppi and Lojza.